What's going on in my certain star? This is Apollo Blackstar, and what I want to talk about a little bit is how I will be going by Apollo Blackstar from now on. Um, as we get into Black Ops 3, we're going to be moving to Apollo Blackstar because we want to try the whole competitive thing, and our team name is Apollo, so Apollo Blackstar. Pretty simple. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing I want to talk about is projects, like projects inside and outside of YouTube. So the first thing I want to talk about are 3 projects that I have outside of YouTube. These projects go by the name Dante's Curse: The Renewal, which is a spin-off of my original show of Dante's Curse that has a more futuristic feel to it. Instead of the feel of the original Dante's Curse that I never talked about. But once both of them are complete, I will get everything together, hopefully with a specific budget and where I can get everything worked on, and it won't be a big deal. Now the second thing, my second project there is a show called Witnessing Darkness. Now this show, I won't reveal the plot because the plot's really deep, and it's very sad. It'll make you happy. It's the show to me. It's really hard to write shows like this. And as the view from the view of a writer, it's hard to write shows like this because you have to show how they feel, and that's got to be the most just it's the hardest thing to write. Emotion is the hardest thing to write for me. I don't know, some people have it easier or write it easier, but I have a hard time writing emotion. So there's that. And then but the show revolves around Jason, an 18-year-old boy who was adopted as a child by the Smiths, and they adopted him because he had something with his parents. And the thing with him is he's got this whole thing going on. He doesn't really know who he is. But then you've got his younger sister Sydney, who was also adopted by this same family as a young. I think she was. How did I write it for her? She was 7 when she was adopted. She's 13 now, and but the thing with her is she actually she has a connection with Jason that she doesn't know about, or a connection to Jason that she doesn't know about, and you find a little bit about that in the show. It'll be easier to explain once I've got a lot of it written. Like, I don't have a lot of it written like I did Dante's Curse when I started talking about it. So, yeah. And then my third show doesn't have a title, but I will tell you it focuses on a kid. This will be my first show that'll be live action, what live action means is real life, if you didn't know that already. It focuses on a kid, Jackson Martin, who's adjusting to a new school, and basically it shows how to get through high school and how to get through a new school after moving from one area of a state to another area of the state, how to survive your first 2 years of high school in one school, and then how to deal with moving to a new school. And it's an interesting concept, and I know this is probably going to be like the most conceited thing ever, but the show, the character Jackson, god dang it, I get my characters mixed up because I write so much. My character Jackson, his life, other than some of the things that I added about him, his life is written about kind of like mine. I moved from the area that Rod lives in to a northern area, and I went to school for 2 years at one school, and now I'm gonna finish my next 2 years at a new school. And it's an interesting one. I like it. I just gotta find a name for it. And I think it's probably the harder part of shows that are like live action, like finding a name for it. It shows that actually mean something. Like, it's not just any sort of reality TV. It's not a no, or sitcom thing. It's got an actual legit meaning to it. And then projects inside of YouTube, I only have one big project that I'm so focused on. And if you haven't seen it on my, every sort of social media, I have it in my bio for my 2 social medias, Instagram and Twitter. The link to those will be in the description. If you want to follow me on those, go ahead. Shameless plugging. But with all of that, so there's one big project, like I said, and it is called #No Mercy. Now, what No Mercy is if you didn't see the post that I actually put alongside my video of denial replays, like I tagged that video with it just because that was my most recent video at the time. But if you didn't see that, what I was talking about is what No Mercy is. It's gonna be me and Rod, our best kills from Advanced Warfare to Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta and Black Ops 3. It will be dropping in late December. By that time, hopefully, I'll have at least some editing skill rather than just everything off SHAREfactory. So maybe it'll be a little bit decent, and who knows? I want it to be in December, but I might have to delay it by a couple days to put it in January. Stuff happens. Other than that, we'll have little projects in between for YouTube, just shorter videos and stuff, and things to keep y'all entertained while No Mercy is in the works. So right now, like what I'm calling this this part, these next 2 months, November is when I'll start editing clips together and putting everything together. Like the end of November and all of December, I will work on it. Probably around Thanksgiving is when I'll stop collecting clips for it. So with that, so yeah, right now what we're doing is we're just getting clips for it, and maybe not even Thanksgiving week, because Black Ops 3 will have just dropped. So we'll probably give it until about the 1st or 2nd week of December, and I will start editing. And on top of that, I'm gonna have school and everything, so it'll be a little bit harder to edit. But I think after the 2nd week in December, I have Christmas break, so it'll be a little bit easier for me. Now, that's pretty much everything outside of my topics that I wanted to talk about. But one last thing, I just want to say, I got the royalty blunderbuss. We have to welcome a new member to the family of the Stars and Starlets, and because I hit 14, and so welcome to whoever that person was. Got the royalty blunderbuss. I got my cat ears that I've been wanting, the hat, and I just thought that was the funniest thing ever, so I had to put it on, and I'm still wearing it. It's called the Passion Hat. But anyway, other than all that stuff, this has been Blackstar, guys. Follow Blackstar, and I will see you guys in the next video commentary. Peace out.